And up next year, we got a really difficult fight to predict, in my opinion. A fight that is contested this week with people liking the Radzhabov side, people were liking the Abdul-Kareem Al-Selwady side. But me personally, I don't really have a huge lean or great read on this fight. I feel like when you look at it on paper, Loik Radzhabov, he had that long career before coming to the UFC. He was known from the PFL. He made some decent money. He made it to the tournament finals, I believe, twice, and wasn't able to cash in on that $1 million dream. So he wasn't able to really rack out where you could say now he's not trying as hard and he has the money like a Felipe Lins or something who even turned his career around a little bit. But he did make some money before coming to the UFC, and he's getting up there in age, and I just haven't liked his UFC performances. I just don't know exactly if he has the same motivation or maybe the age is catching up to him. I don't know what it is, but I feel like his fight with Esteban Ribovics, he made the fight more competitive than it had to be. He almost got finished in the second round. And then his last fight, he went in there with Mateusz Rebecki and missed weight, got dominated in the fight, gassed out pretty quickly. So I feel like Radzhabov was kind of going in the wrong direction. But I'm not totally sold on Abdul-Kareem Al-Selwady either. I've seen Al-Selwady look really good in his last fight on the Contender Series, but in previous fights where he fought a little bit more similar fighters to Radzhabov, he's had some issues. He hasn't necessarily ran them all over, even though he's gotten the win. But the way these two guys match up, you look at Radzhabov, he's a tank. He is someone that usually is the short, compact guy in his matchups. And this one, he's actually going to be 3 inches taller, which is going to be kind of a welcome thing for him, I bet. But he likes to throw the big right hand, just kind of big hooks, has power in his hands. He'll not really go to the body. He doesn't mix in too many kicks. His last fight, he really struggled with leg kicks and body kicks for Mateusz Rebecki. He got his legs really eaten up, and by the beginning of the second round, he was basically done just off the leg kick damage. So Abdul-Kareem Al-Selwady will throw leg kicks, but I haven't really seen him commit and throw hard, super heavy leg kicks. They're more kind of touching to find his range. So unless he comes with a different game plan in this fight, leg kick heavy, then I don't know if it's going to be as big of a danger as Rebecki's leg kicks, but Radzhabov really struggled with that, and then Radzhabov struggled defending the takedown. He couldn't really defend the takedown on Rebecki, who I think is a lot better wrestler than Al-Selwady, but Al-Selwady does mix in the takedowns. It's a big part of his game too, and obviously Radzhabov got finished in the second round in that fight, so hopefully kind of put that bad performance behind him and show his skill set, which is good ability to grind. He actually has good wrestling himself, big power in his punches. And in this fight, I would look to sprawl and brawl, or if you could put Al-Selwady on his back, which I think is going to be a little bit difficult, I would try more to just strike than do that. But I think that Radzhabov has the power advantage, and if he can make it a pure stand-up fight, it could be competitive because I don't really trust Al-Selwady striking. Al-Selwady, his last fight, had a great striking performance. He was sticking and moving. He was able to close the distance quick. And I do feel like his movement will give Radzhabov issues. But I've seen Al-Selwady eat big shots, and he has a good chin, but he's been knocked out before. He takes a lot of clean strikes. And when he gets hit, sometimes he doesn't have a great reaction. So it could be bad on the judges and just not look good in general. If he can't get the wrestling going in this fight, I think it's like 50-50. If he can hit the takedowns, I feel like he'll gas Radzhabov out, and he has the better gas tank. And Al-Selwady is a very smart, analytical fighter, so I wouldn't be shocked if he comes in here with more of a heavy leg kick game plan and sitting down and throwing harder leg kicks after we saw Radzhabov's last fight. And if he does that, I think that could be successful. So I feel like Al-Selwady, he's the guy on the win streak. He's the one that's coming up, has more momentum and more hunger, I believe. And I feel like he has more weapons, the better cardio. So I'm going to give it to Al-Selwady, but I just wouldn't be surprised if goes in here, Radzhabov shuts his takedowns down, has the power advantage, and beats him up with some punches and either knocks him out or kind of wins by having the bigger power in a close fight. So I think it's a close matchup, but I'm going to actually predict Al-Selwady wins a competitive decision.